Hello and welcome to this edition of Daily Actives brought to you by Bootleg Macro. I am Dustin, and we are looking at Tesla once again as the most active stock in the US stock market today, which makes sense when you see 130 million shares traded. But what I think is more important is that even though it rose, the small rise today being only up 0.5% really is indicative of what's happening with the volatility. So we looked at the price, we see that the price has moved a little bit, we see the volume is up a little bit. But if we look at the volatility, and this is the specific look at the volatility, what we see is that the volatility is starting to fall, as well as the price correlation is also starting to fall. So what we'd expect is very small sideways to upward movements in the stock at the moment. And what's nice is we see that the volume is actually falling relative to where it's been recently. We see that the sentiment is actually, it's not necessarily resetting around the 50% level, but it is definitely resetting in terms of how Tesla does, because Tesla gets the type of bullish action that can bring you all the way up to the low 70s, where normally this will only peak out around the high 60s. So what you're expecting here is, if we look at this price action, as a continuation either to the side or slightly up, while we essentially let the bullish sentiment reset itself to prepare for what is most likely a higher move. And the reason why I think that is a higher move is that if I go ahead and look at the way that the trade range has been, and this is a chart of the past 9 months, we are at nearly the highest price in the past 9 months, as well as the trade range is starting to actually kind of roll over here, and the bottom is starting to come up, but the chop is not falling significantly. And that is really good to see, because what's happening is that since we're in a bullish formation, the price is rising in terms of the range, and the price is pulling up the range. Even the ultra fast indicator that we see here, which is really a 2-day or 3-day rolling average, we're at 57% bullishness, which means that we still have a ways to go in terms of pulling the bullishness down, but it most likely will go up to sideways because of the way that volatility is looking. If we go back to the raw data, one of the things that is slightly concerning is that we do see a go short signal here on the short-term signal, as well as we do see bearish on the short-term and bearish on the intermediate. But I do really like to see that we're getting kind of a reset in a bullish indicator. But tell me, what do you think in the comments below? Are you long? Are you short? Do you like it? Do you love it? Is this even a good review? And if you're looking to get included on the New Highs newsletter this weekend, join for free in the final tweet in this thread.